This is why you're depressed. Because we live in a world where, especially in the modern age, we live in a world where we're programmed, we're socially conditioned to mindlessly consume, to desire this instant gratification, to have this this quick fix of dopamine. When you're scrolling through social media, probably something you do every day, multiple times a day. You probably spend a good hour, 2 hours a day just scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, all your different social media sites, because your brain's been programmed to do that. Because every time you do that, you see something you like, you get that hit of dopamine, and that's why you do it. But the problem with that is that hit of dopamine, it's not the right kind of dopamine, if that makes sense, because that hit that you're getting, it's not something that you've worked for, it's not something that you've earned. It messes up your reward system in your brain. I'm not a scientist, I'm not an expert, I don't understand it 100%. Based on the research I've done, from what I understand, it's essentially to do with the reward system in your brain. But the difference is, when you do something that you work towards, that you have to actually put in the effort, put in the work, have a bit of a struggle to get there, that's when that dopamine hit, that's the healthy kind of dopamine. That's where your reward system, your brain feels good, and the good feeling that you get from that dopamine hit, it lasts longer. You appreciate it more because you worked for it, because you put in the effort. Because when you work for something and you get it, you feel a sense of accomplishment, you feel like you've achieved something. Bottom line is, we live in a world where we're all depressed, and it's especially common in young people as well. That's why you're depressed. So what can be done about it? I'll see a lot of people saying things like, there's nothing you can do about depression. Depression is a chemical, there's nothing you can do, it's all to do with chemicals in your brain. To that I say, well, what do you think dopamine is? Dopamine is a chemical in your brain. Dopamine is something that makes you feel good, it makes you feel happy. So yeah, the reason why most people are depressed today is because it's all about mindset. It's all about how you perceive things. You could have a glass of water. It's either, based on two mindsets you can have. It's either going to be half empty or half full. Now let's say I've got a glass and I see it and I think, oh, it's half empty. Well, because it's half empty, I'm going to be sad, because, alright, no one's going to be sad over a glass of water, but okay, let's say it's something like a glass of Coca-Cola, for example. I'm going to be sad if I say my glass is half empty because it's almost gone. There's only half of it left. I'm going to be sad then. But if I say to myself, oh, my glass is half full, I'm positive because I'm still thinking, oh, well, I've still got half left. That's still good. And the difference between those two mindsets is seeing the glass as half full, you're seeing the positive of the situation. You're not focusing on the negative. You're focusing on the positive. Because you're focusing on the positive, you're feeling good about it. And in this world today, we see so much crap on the TV, so much, that it's all around us. Everything in the media, it's always doom and gloom and all this crap. And because we keep focusing on it, because we keep worrying, we keep panicking, that's exactly why we feel the way we do. You might have had traumatic events in your life, you might have had going through something really tough. I'm not saying that you can't go through things like that and not be affected. Of course can. You going through something like that and feeling that way is totally natural, it's totally normal. But what you choose to do about it, what mindset you choose to have is going to make a huge difference. What else can you do about depression? Well, a lot of people say that you can't do anything about it, you can't fix it, can't cure it, it's just chemicals. At the end of the day, depression, whether you agree with this or not, whether you like it or not, I don't care, because depression, it's a battle of the mind. It's all about the mind, it's all about what's up here, it's all about mindset, as I've already said. Now, I'm not saying that if you have the right mindset that you're going to wake up the next day and your depression is going to go away. That's not what I'm saying, because that's not going to happen. It takes time, it takes work, you've got to work at it, you've got to keep doing these things that are going to make you feel better. So what kinds of things can you do that are going to improve your state of mind, that are going to make you feel happier? Well, the first thing you do, start working out more, get in the gym, start building muscle, start exercising more, because when you do that, you're going to feel healthier. You're going to look healthier, and because when you see that you look healthier, you're going to feel better already. Let's say you're in the gym, you're doing your weights, you're doing, whatever it is you do, you're building that muscle. Well, because you've got that muscle, you're going to start seeing the results. You're going to start feeling better about yourself, and because you're feeling better, you feel more confident. Because you feel more confident, you sort of radiate that confident energy. People around you, especially women, if you're a man, you get more attention, because that's what women like. They're attracted to strength, they're attracted to confidence. That in itself, just by women noticing you more, you're going to feel better about yourself, you're going to start seeing your own value, and that's all you've got to do. Just as a first step, you can take it further, because obviously working out's not going to cure your depression. It's going to help a lot, it's going to make you feel a lot better than you were feeling. But what you should be doing is, you should be thinking, how can I improve my life right now? What can I do to make my life better? Well, you don't have to just jump in at the deep end and start saying, oh, my life's going to be better if I start skydiving or do some crazy thing that's going to give me loads of adrenaline or anything silly like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying start small, get a piece of paper and just write down a bunch of things that you're good at. Write down a bunch of things that you're not good at and set yourself little goals on how you can improve them. Think about small, manageable goals, and over time, because you'll get better at these things, and over time, just do more and more, and try harder and harder. And like I say in the gym, start off small. Don't go straight for the heavy weights. Don't go straight for the hard stuff. Ease into it. Maybe your first couple of months in the gym, you're only lifting light weights. You're only running a couple of kilometres on a treadmill. I don't know what you're doing, Jim. After a couple of months, that's when you start setting more goals, getting out of that comfort zone, because that's going to push you to do better. By this time, a few months down the line, if you concentrate solely on just improving your life, making your life that much better, working on yourself, improving yourself, doing all these things, without even realising it, I think you're going to slowly just start feeling better about yourself. And then one day you're probably going to wake up thinking, hang on a minute, I actually feel quite good. What's going on? And then you're going to look back and you're going to think, wow, I were really depressed back then. What's going on? That there is going to be results, and I'm telling you, because this is what I've done myself. A few years ago, I was really depressed. I was really low. I hated myself. I could not stand who I was. I was going through a really tough time. I was going through a breakup, and I was just feeling absolutely awful. But then one day I sort of looked at my life and I looked at who I was and how I was feeling, and I said to myself, I've had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore. I hate feeling like this. I hate this stupid depression. It's getting me down. It's making me feel horrible about myself. I'm going to do something about it. And I used that pain, the kind of loneliness I had, those insecurities. I used all that emotion and energy, and I channeled it into making my life better. And don't get me wrong, I didn't go about it the right way. I started off really small. But what I'd do is I'd push myself out of my comfort zone. I'd say, you know what, I'm going to do that. And I'd use that energy, that pain, to push myself to do that. That'd get me to do it. And the kind of things I'd do, I'd wake up every day and instead of, leaving my bed as it is, I might make it. I might tidy it up, might clean my room, tidy space, tidy mine and all that kind of stuff. Do little things, maybe go on a walk or start talking to people more, try and improve your social skills. Little things like that. They do you a world of good. And don't get me wrong, it's taken me years to get to where I am now, okay? It's something you've really just got to work at. But I'm telling you, even though it's taken me a long time, I've gone about it the wrong way. Okay, I've only sort of, in the past few years, maybe about 4 years ago, that's when things really started to, where I were at a point where I was, at least content in my life. And this year has probably been the biggest year for me. It's been the year where I've really focused on myself. I've really been working out more. I've really been taking care of myself more, eating healthier, drinking less, talking to people more. I've worked on my confidence. I've been I'm much more sociable now. And I've started this YouTube channel as well. It's given me something to work towards. And that's another thing about setting goals, Start a YouTube channel. If there's something, even if it's like me, all I'm doing is standing in front of a camera and just talking. I'm literally just talking to a camera. Okay? Right, that's my goal. That's what I'm working towards. I'm not necessarily thinking, oh, I'm gonna hit it big. I'm gonna have millions of subscribers and I'm gonna make £10,000 a month. I'm not saying that. I mean, it'd be great if I did, and there's no reason why I can't, because if I keep working at it, it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna start snowballing, getting bigger and bigger. But it's a goal, and it's something I'm kind of passionate about, so I'm focusing on it, I'm doing it, I'm getting it done. And that already makes me feel better about myself as well, because even though I'm just talking to a camera right now, I feel much more confident. I feel good about myself. I feel like I'm helping people. I've got a lot of positivity in my mind right now, and I'm not joking. It's kind of like a high in a way. You feel like you just feel good. You feel like you can just go out right now and just go for a run and you just have that kind of energy about you, so much more enthusiastic. But yeah, I'm going to end things and say, look, you don't see your own value right now. You don't see how important you are as a person. You don't see your worth. You probably feel lonely. You probably feel like the world's against you. You probably feel like you're not good enough. You probably feel like you don't feel loved, appreciated. You probably feel a lot of frustration and anger as well, and all that sadness. But I'm going to tell you now, it don't matter who you are. You as an individual, you have value. You are important. And I believe inside every man, there's a hidden person, your best self, and they're just waiting to get out. They're just waiting to be be. Everybody has that potential, and I'm telling you now, you keep working on yourself, you stay driven, you stay focused on your goals, making your life better. Keep doing that, and I promise you, life will change drastically. If you do that constantly, from this moment forth, as soon as the video ends, of course, from that moment to next year, I'm telling you, your life is going to change. You'll almost be a different person, right? You matter. Focus on yourself. Improve your life. Little goals, small steps, then big steps. Keep working at it and get that dopamine released. Get the right kind of dopamine as well, not the bad stuff. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a like or even a dislike, because it still seems to help with the algorithm. Make sure you leave a comment as well, telling me about how depression's affected you. Let's get a discussion going. Let's try and build each other up. We don't need to be silent. Let's just talk about it. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Bye.